start the video, make sure you vote in the upper right corner for which car you think is going to win this drag race. And come on, check us out on Instagram. You get all sorts of sneak peeks about upcoming videos. Thanks. This is a 1968 Hurst Olds. And just look at this car, you guys. If this isn't everything that's right about drag racing, then I don't know what is. Is it the most polished and shiny car? Well, no, obviously it's not. But was the owner having an absolute blast flying down the track in this thing? Oh, hell yeah. And that's really what drag racing's all about. You don't have to be the prettiest. You don't necessarily have to be the quickest, but just go out there and have a good time. And I know I probably shouldn't be playing favorites, but why don't you guys get in a little bit closer? There's a secret that I want to share with you. I have to be honest, you guys. At the Pure Stocks this year, this was my favorite car. It made a ruckus.
Is there drag racing going on in here?
No.
What's that drag race ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was outside and heard a drag race ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
You're really pissing me off, Hurst, and I will not be made a fool of.
Punk drag racers. Where did I park my smart car? And the 68 Hurst Olds can definitely back up that ruckus, because if you ordered one of these cars, specifically without air conditioning, you got some really fantastic parts. To start with, you got a slightly larger carburetor. It was a 750 CFM Quadrajet. But you also got the same 308 cam that was in the W31, and that thing will throw down some power. But possibly the most important piece of the puzzle was the absolutely infamous and delicious Oldsmobile decasting heads. And those were arguably some of the best heads made during the entire muscle car era, so if I was the owner of this car, I'd be putting some lettering on that back window saying, "I'm gonna give you the D." And then everybody that sees it knows, oh, that's got those really cool Oldsmobile D heads. So with all those parts built into a 455 cubic inch engine and a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1, this car was putting out 390 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 500 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM. That is nuts.
These nuts. Got him!
Since this car is a Hurst Olds, of course it's an automatic transmission. It's a turbo 400, they're super reliable. Now it is known that at least one car came out of the factory with a 4-speed, but this one's the automatic. And even if you're not a fan of automatic transmissions, you have to admit that dual gate shifter, come on you guys, that's f***ing awesome. 391 gears were standard in the cars without air conditioning, but this one specifically has 342 gears. And would it be quicker with the 391 set? Yeah, probably a little bit, but I think it'll do fine with the 342s. I mean, we're talking 500 pound-feet of torque. Do you guys by chance want to know what the standard rear gearing was on the cars with air conditioning? 308.
I threw up.
You threw up? Okay.
The 68 Hurst Olds wasn't a terribly heavy car. With driver, this specific one is coming in at 3,790 pounds. And I know what you guys are thinking, it's cars and zebras. This Hurst Olds is very impressive on paper, but just how quick is it in the real world? And holler at your boy, I found a video of some original testing of a 68 Hurst Olds. Check this out, it is impressive.
We really wound this Silver Screamer again and again. Our best 0 to 60 run was 5.3 seconds. The fastest quarter-mile time was 13.24 at 107 miles an hour. And no matter how you slice it, that makes the Hurst Olds a goin' Jessie.
But enough talk about this absolutely gorgeous Hurst Olds. Let's check out its opponent. This is a 1969 Chevrolet Chevelle. And no, it's not your run-of-the-mill super sport, because this one is an L78, which was the bad boy of the Chevelles in 1969. And just like that Hurst Olds, it can definitely make a ruckus.
Eat my exhaust.
What was that?
Eat my exhaust.
You just bought yourself another teardown.
Oh, I'm crushed.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, pre the Saturday after that. Beyond that, I have to check my maintenance schedule.
You want another one?
Cut it out. Stop.
We're talking 396 cubic inches of fire-breathing nastiness, putting out a very underrated 375 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 415 pound-feet of torque at 3,600 RPM, all with a compression ratio of 11:1.
The things they're doing now, Pops, I mean, it's on a whole other level.
Just like the Hurst Olds, you could get a Turbo 400 3-speed automatic, but not this car, because this one's got the ultra-fun 4-speed manual. 355 gears were standard on the L78 equipped cars, but this one has 410 gears, so it should get off the line pretty darn quick. By 1969, the Chevelles were starting to get just a little bit chunky, and with driver, this specific car is coming in at 3,945 pounds. So if you're keeping track, that gives a 155 pound advantage to the Hurst Olds. But enough talk about these two cars. Let's see what they can do on the drag strip.
Oh, really? Don't know for sure. It's been a year ago. He's just with the guy. Oh, he's right, yeah. Actually, one Mopar guy, and I think he shot me
And the Hurst Olds had a little bit of a shaky start, but it was able to catch up mid-track and take the win, running a very impressive 13.10 at 105.59 miles per hour, but that Chevelle wasn't too far behind with a 13.74 at 101.82 miles per hour. Let's check that out one more time.
Right, yeah. Actually, one Mopar guy, and I think he shot me
Thanks for checking out this drag race, you guys, and I'll see you at the next one.